Hello, this is Apostle Dr. Jewel Williams, and I want to share with you on our wisdom moment. And so I'm going to call this my lessons from ministry. So today, I told you I generally record these all at one time, and so today we just celebrated our 11th anniversary as a church and as leaders. And I just wanted to come and reflect for a few minutes with you on what I've learned through ministry. So today I want to talk to you about discipline. You know, we think about, in scripture, there's different scriptures that kind of remind you about being disciplined, counting the costs, you know, um, you know, uh, living out your or working out your soul salvation, um, things like that really point you towards really reflecting on how you are showing up as a believer in Jesus Christ. Now, what does that have to do with being a pastor or leading a church? Well, as a pastor, as a leader, whether you're a pastor of a church or a leader, that does not exempt you from personal discipline. I have to first make sure I am a son or daughter of God. I have to make sure that I am walking in sonship, that I am dedicating my life to listening and learning what He requires of me. I can't preach, we can't preach, we can't teach, we can't encourage you to do the things of God, and we're not doing it. Why is that important? I'm seeing so many things in the news, not just now, but even in the 11 years that I've been pastoring with my husband. And I remember back in 2015 when the Lord first gave me this revelation about what He called the exposure and explosion, where He said there's coming a season and a time where we would begin to see men and women who appeared integral before us falling because their lives behind the scene was really raggedy. And so when I began to see men and women that I held in high esteem with some of the moral decay in their lives, it was heartbreaking. And the Lord quickly said, I already told you about this. And so one of the things I want to encourage you, this isn't just for you being a pastor, but this is about you being a believer of Jesus Christ is, and I used to tell this to my students, at the beginning of every class, I told them, I said, let's end well. It makes no difference. You can run the journey and do the journey, but if you end messy, if you don't continue what you started, your journey will not be one that you can say, I ran well for God. And so just want to talk to you and encourage you. Make sure you live in a disciplined life. That means sometimes you can see other folks look like they're getting away with everything under the sun, but God ain't going, you can't get away with it. Everybody else can seem like they can just be raggedy, half step, all that, but that's not your portion, because that's not who God called you to do. To be honest, lean in. That's not what He called them for either. They just doing it. And we just see it. But that don't mean God is pleased with it. And so live a disciplined life. What does that look like? Well, I'm going to tell you real quick and then I'm going to let you go. That means that you're not just a reader of the word, that you're a doer of the word. And not just a reader of the word so that you can tell somebody else what they need to do, but you're a reader of the word so that you can apply it to your own selves. I don't care what gift you have, how gifted you are. If you're not first applying the Spirit of God to train you, teach you, and help you to live integral, then it's really, you're not doing the best that you can. So prophet, listen, be an intercessor first. Be a person of prayer. You're a pastor. Be a student of the word for you. Preach to yourself before you preach to anybody else. If you're a teacher, then study to show yourself approved before God so that you rightly divide in the word of truth first for you. Evangelists, make sure that your life lines up with what you say. So don't say a thing it's not the thing that you're doing. So we want to be disciplined in our lives, doing what God has called us to do, so that when we show up, we're being who God has called us to be, and that we're then being great ambassadors, not just good, not fair. We want to be excellent ambassadors for the God that we serve. So this is something I've learned in my time of pastoring. We need to live disciplined lives. God bless.